I'm here in Kilkishen and I'm joined by the manager of the O'Callaghan's men's team who face into a county final in just over a week's time. Thanks Donach for coming here and talking to me. And I suppose congratulations on getting into a county final first of all.
Yeah, it's great to be here. I suppose that's what you're always in for. And it's good it's come around, yeah.
Your campaign, you've had a hard campaign to get into a county final. I mean, the Mills had to play their neighbours, Broadford, which was a tricky assignment in that first day. Broadford threw everything at you early on in that game, but you got the win in the finish. Of course, you came very strong towards the end of it,
yeah.
And that was your first game off.
Yeah, I suppose I was expecting probably a slightly better performance. I think we underperformed a little bit that day, and really had to dig out a result. Broadford pushed us right to the very last minute. We came back and we looked at our performance and discussed it and tried to improve for the next day. And that's how we approached all our games. Yeah,
and you went on in and you defeated Crusheen, and next up were Ryan Kilnamona, and there was a lot of talk about Ryan Kilnamona, but you really took that challenge and you made it head on.
Yeah, well, again, I suppose it was a close enough game up to the last 7 or 8 minutes, and we pulled away in both of those games actually. I think the scoreline was fairly good, but they were close enough matches all the way through, really.
Yeah. And on into the semi-final, which was a tremendous game, a tremendous battle with Ballyea. I admire the way, Ballyea were leading. Tony Kelly got 1-8 in that game, I think, and Niall Deasy got 7 points.
Yeah.
And you stuck with them. You got your scores at exactly the right time, and when the final whistle went, you won the county final.
Yeah. Well, I suppose getting players and getting players to trust you and to play a system that works for them and that they understand is very important, and that's what we try to do all year. I think we started very well the last day against Ballyea, and we were under pressure from an awful lot of it, particularly that second quarter. But we were always within touching distance of them, I think it was 4 points was kind of the biggest margin they had. And again, coming into that last quarter, we knew that we could play better, and we tightened up and discussed a few things at the water break. And again, the players showed great heart and great courage to finish up the game the way they did.
Your defence now is playing, a lot of time you talk about forwards, but your defence has been terrific right throughout the year, and it's been the launching pad, I think, for a lot of your attacks, really.
Absolutely, I think we've only conceded a goal all year, and one goal, certainly our keeper, he's an excellent keeper. Killian is very, very good. He commands his area, talks to our full back line. Again, I suppose the biggest thing about our back line is they're a unit. They're quite organised. They're used to playing with each other, and they know how to play the system.
Yeah, and what I like about O'Callaghan's Mills is that the team is very evenly balanced, and everybody has a job to do, and everybody does that job. And I think that I watching from the sidelines, I think that's down to you in many ways, that you've got them playing as a team rather than individuals.
Well, again, that's what you're trying to do all the time. You look for players to put the group ahead of themselves. They need to understand that the system, they have to be part of it and be able to play it. They all have jobs to do, they all understand their job and their roles, and they're quite happy to do that. And I think that's what makes us good as a unit, that they all do that.
Yeah, I suppose in the Donnell brothers, in Pat and Brian there, you have great leaders as well. When you need somebody, you have Ryan up in centre forward as a captain, and you've an All-Ireland winning captain. at wing back, so that's a big bonus, I'm sure, for the Mills.
Oh, absolutely. And I think that blend of experience, you've kind of coming back there from back, and you've got a nice young group of players as well, all that kind of middle 20s, a lot of them around that age, you know. So you've got a good blend of experience, and you've young fellas coming on, Cormac Murphy's coming onto the panel or onto the team on a regular basis. He's only 18, you know. So it's great to have that experience with you.
Yeah, a lot of the damage that you've done, I've seen you do to teams, you know, when you've worked the ball up, you've worked it into Gary Cooney and you've worked it into Colin Prean, and you're giving them good ball, and they're making use of that, and you've Sean of course, Sean Carter in full forward as well.
Yeah. Look, again, they're really good hurlers, and they play for each other, and I think if one of them is under pressure, the other one helps them out, and it's simple as that they work very hard together and as a unit.
I suppose we have to mention Jacob up there. He's free taking, especially, and he came up with a few points of play as well, but his free taking was his sympathy against Bellier, and that more as much as anything kept you in touch until you were able to put in that killer punch.
Well, I think Jacob really stepped up in that last quarter, you know. He's probably a player with a lot of experience, and he's a very steady player with a really good head, and he's very unselfish. His work rate is there the whole time, and I think if a player is willing to work very hard for the group, his own performance will come out eventually.
Yeah. You're a Mallow man, you're a Cork man.
Yeah.
You're living in Tipperary and you're doing your hurling in Clare, and that's a fair old mix.
All hurling counties, I suppose. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, no, I grew up in Mallow. I've been in Nina for about 20 odd years now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good to be up there.
Yeah, I've seen you operate there on the sideline, and I can see the passion in you. You're a real passionate man, and you're passionate about these lads. I know you've come and you've got to know them all, and you respect them all, and I can see that in you. Next.
I'm glad you said that. I do. I respect each and every one of them. I think it's very important that you care about what you're doing, and we've put a huge amount of work into that. The flip side of it is if the player doesn't think you care about them and want the best for them, they're not going to buy into what you're saying. You know, if they genuinely feel that you are interested in them, and which I am, I think it shows in their attitude back towards me. You know, so yeah, I do. It means a lot to me, and it means a lot to the players.
Yeah, as I said, you can see that, and you can see the way the players do respond to you when you ask them the question. On the sideline next Sunday, of course, it'll be David Fitzgerald, and he's back. He's the experienced backroom team, I suppose, really. So there's going to be a lot of passion there on the sideline, I suppose. And
yeah, I just hope we have a level playing field, and that the officials and the referee are allowed to do their job, you know, without undue pressure.
Yeah, I think what you said there is very important, and there was one or two incidents which I won't go into here. I suppose, but a level playing field is very important for any team in a county final, especially a team who hasn't been there for a while.
Absolutely.
And we definitely want to see that. I know you're not going to tell me too much about you know your tactics and anything like that naturally, you know, but 6 Mile Bridge are the county champions, and they're a very tough nut to crack, as most teams have found out over the last 2 years. And they have to know it all, I suppose, to win games that they mightn't be even almost not entitled to win, but they just have that, you know, they eked out that win against their own, especially there the last day.
I suppose that, look, they've been there. They were in the county final last year, and they're back in it again. So they have an excellent record. They're very well coached, and they have experience, and they have experience of winning too, you know, which does count for a lot, regardless, you know. So yeah, it is a tough nut to crack, but again, we'll concentrate on our game and try and do our best. Yeah,
you've got on a road now, and you're into the semi-final. It's a week away. It's on tomorrow week, so you have another week to prepare. I suppose obviously you've all the physical stuff and all that done, but how are you going to keep these guys? It's a big day for especially for the younger players there. Yeah. To keep them focused, to keep their feet in the ground.
We train tomorrow, we train Tuesday and Thursday, There'll be a two taper sessions, so they'll be slightly lighter but just as quick. We discuss the things we always discuss: how we play and the way we play, and I think we'll approach it as another game, and just that we want to perform well because we've been training so hard, and because we've been doing it in training. That's all we want to do, concentrate or is perform, you know. And I think if we perform well, we win the game.
Yeah, it's been an unusual championship. Like obviously, it's with this COVID and small crowds and that. But there's been great atmosphere there around, especially around Cusack Park at matches, and the hurling has been excellent in all the games that I've seen. It's really high quality.
Well, I think it's a product of players have seen that there's a fixtures. They know exactly when they're playing. They know the time they have to train for it, and that they can put their full focus into it. And I think the idea of a split season will be great for both inter-county and club players. You know?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. So as a club manager, I suppose you've hit on something there. That it is a clear picture, you know, when you're playing, and often I know in other counties probably the same, but especially in Clare, you don't know. You start the championship and then you stop for months and start again. So maybe a lot of good will probably, where there'll be a lot of time assigned now to clubs.
Totally. And again, like, even if it is a slightly shorter season, like, a club player wants to know when he's playing that he doesn't have to train in the middle of December and January for one match to play in April, and then he's shut down for 4 months and then he's back up again to try and play a championship 1 week on, one game each week, you know.
Yeah.
So I think even the fact that maybe that is the one good thing that has come out of the COVID thing, that we can see a clear fixtures plan is ideal for both players, inter-county players and club players.
Absolutely, it's something that can work if a bit of thought goes into it. How do you sleep this week yourself?
I'm busy, so I sleep very easily. Well, again, there's a huge amount of work goes into it. If you're not on the phone to somebody, you're watching videos of the opposition or your own team, and you're discussing videos, player clips with players, organising the nitty-gritty of everyday training sessions, and it's very busy time.
Yeah. You don't get to a county final without all them small things being taken care of as well.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, because if you don't do the work, you're not going to get the results.
Yeah. So we're all really looking forward to this county final. It's great that O'Callaghan's Mills are in it. It's great that there's a new team there, and for the likes of me, I'm neutral, but I would love to see Ryan Donnell go up and getting that cup on next Sunday, and I'm sure even 6 points, which wouldn't even begrudge the O'Callaghan's Mills at this stage.
We'll see you next Sunday.
So we'll see you next Sunday, that's right. Donach, thanks very much for talking to me, and all the best for the big game.
Appreciate it. Thank you.